Hello, traders. Welcome back. And Connor, hello.
Scotty, the man of the hour. Too sweet to be sour. How are you?
Good. It's episode 24 as well.
Oh, the Untouchables episode.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the disclaimer first, and we'll get into it?
Yes. All right. So everyone, I do have a trade up right now. Quick disclaimer. So Connor and I are not professional financial consultants. We're just offering our advice, and it's more for entertainment and educational purposes. So we're not giving hot picks or trading, advice or when to buy or sell. If you're looking for that advice, seek professional advice. Maybe a managed account, Orion perhaps. You can ask me more details about that, but not actually, Connor and myself. We're not professional traders. So if you're looking for advice, look at, professional financial consultants and be very careful as well. Okay. All right, Connor, we'll get your trade up actually now. USD Seek. So just talk us through your thoughts on this. I've got all the lines up as well for you.
My thoughts are I hope that the strong trend continues. So you've got the line chart. You've actually got the bar chart up or the line chart?
Oh,
So if you see the line, if you were to put the line chart on, you can see that where I got in, it would be the eighth on the eighth candle there.
Yep.
That's where I got in on that big bearish one, and it's just taken a big bend off the support and resistance line at 8.1864. So I got in at roughly 8, like where it is now pretty much. And so it's just in no man's land, but I'm not too upset because the candles are looking wicky. They're not looking too strong. Hopefully it keeps going down and continues with the trend.
Yeah. Look, to me, like you said, it's an overwhelmingly strong trend. You got a well-established stop loss. Guys, if you are trading, we strongly advise you long term, like high time frame, you want to be, the stop loss there. So you can just set and forget the trade. So it's not about manipulating or interrupting things. And yeah, I think, Connor's, we discussed this last week, just a game of patience really. And currently, Monday retraced a little bit. And what we've learned in our teachings is that that's a good sign. If Monday has a little bit of a minor rally, and I would call this not that strong, and then this candle here is going to be the start. This will close for me at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock Perth time. So that's leading into the New York session. The New York session sort of starts 9:30 my time. And then that's when you really might see a move potentially. So you obviously wouldn't want to close this trade out if you're thinking, oh, it's going to reverse, which really that's why you want to let it play out. So I'll
No, like I said, my trades haven't been going that well this year, Scotty. But one thing you won't see me do is close a trade early or anything like that.
That's right, exactly. And my Euro trade closed out. And if you do follow the YouTube channel, you would have seen an update on that last week. NFP data was strong from America, and the US dollar, grew a pair and got quite bullish, and it closed me out. But it was only $60 loss. It wasn't a 2% loss. So, I continue to trade on. And that's life, though, guys. You got to remember that's trading. You can't win everything, unfortunately. So that's just the nature of the beast, really.
Okay, do you want to talk about the euro sterling?
The pound US dollar.
The pounds, yeah, pound US dollar, yeah.
I've got this up now. So where that purple line is, guys, at 1.30306 is where I was sort of monitoring it. And then yesterday in the Asian and European session, it sort of bounced a little bit and went sideways. But now I'm sort of looking for this. If this could be a nice, solid bearish candle, then I might think about putting a pending order in, around 5 pips below the low there. But we'll wait until that closes out. If it closes out like this, how it's looking now, I probably wouldn't be super interested. I'd like it to sort of close near the low. That's what I'd look for. And then we'll see. But sometimes I might have to stay awake till 1 in the morning and just see how that does. And then, but if that closes out nicely, because it's broken down here a little bit, and then my target would be 1.29586. I've got that in the green there, and then I'll just change this to red, and this would be my stop loss. So it's the problem that I do have, though. It's just a 1-to-1 really, and I know Walter and everyone teaches you really want to try and get as much out of the trade as possible, but the stop loss is at 1.30 971. I've got that in red here for the viewers. So you can see you're risking about the same as what you can make. So this isn't, a home run type trade where I'm going to make, 5-1. But for me personally, I don't mind the 1-1 as long as you're aware of that and your risk is appropriate as well. So, but that covers our trades. Connor, is there anything else that you've been sort of keeping an eye on?
Let's go look at that sneaky bank.
Yes, I've got the chart up here now. All right, guys. So this is the Commonwealth Bank of Australia. So for our international viewers, is it the biggest bank in Australia?
It's the biggest commercial bank in Australia.
Okay, so this is their 5-day chart. Connor, why don't you're a bit of a financial background currently at uni. What's the situation for
Okay, so what the situation is in Australia is that at the moment that you can put in your deposits. There's a option just to be able to put in your deposits pretty much anonymously, where you can just go to an ATM, open up a little slip, and chuck in your money.
Yeah.
Now, that being anonymous, you wouldn't believe it, but all the criminals have been getting onto it.
Who would have guessed?
They've been sending money overseas to terrorist organisations, to drug dealer laundering money through there, and there's been up to 53,000 cases of illegal money laundering or activity. And so they have an option of being fined 30,000 per indiscretion, which would lead to over $1 trillion in fines. Now, we know that they're not going to give the Commonwealth Bank $1 trillion in fines. They have nowhere near that much money in stock. I can't tell you how much money they have in stock off the top of my head. They would have look, I'm not going to guess, but it's going to be nowhere near $1 trillion. You're pretty much looking at nearly the Australian economy there.
Yeah, you would be.
So what's going to happen is they're going to get a slap on the wrist because they don't want to have another global financial crisis. This bank goes bust, every other bank has a chain reaction, then it goes overseas and whatever. So nothing's going to happen to these guys.
I'm bringing up the market cap, and it's 139 billion. So that gives you guys an idea of the. But I mean, even if they want 10% of those fines, I think the problem is now the share price. It's bouncy, so it actually closed only 1.07% lower on the day. So it's currently trading at 80.65 Australian dollars a share. So
80.65, yeah. That's still not decent. That's still quite decent. They've got up to what, 85, 87? What's it say there? I think got up to like 87, something like that. I don't know.
So yesterday, no, it opened at 81.70, I think. Yesterday.
No, but what's the highest? What's the highest it's traded this year?
Let's get that bad boy up. I think it is. It's actually it bounced. The low has been 72. So this is near high. So 87 April 28th.
I thought it was about $87. It went up to. So
what are your thoughts? What with the CEO and the board of directors not getting a bonus and whatnot? Is that enough, or it's not looking very good for them?
Nothing's gonna happen to them. Nothing's gonna happen. We're gonna have the Commonwealth Bank here tomorrow. They'll probably put on a big show like they did the 2008 global financial crisis. They've already. The thing is, they always fire the mid-level guys.
Yeah.
Like get rid of the CEO, get rid of the board of directors, punch them out. But I mean, if they do that, the share price falls even further. I don't know, Scotty. It's all just a fast. It's all just a shambles.
The strange thing is, there's not a lot of volume really being traded. I know it's a very long-term stock, but I've got the daily chart up and it just floats. And I guess maybe there's no substance quite yet. Like they've obviously been allegations are made, but I guess it's a wait and see. So if anyone's playing this share, like just looking at that, it's not tradable yet. If you're looking to like sell it, I probably wouldn't do that, So there's no panic here yet. It's extremely stable stock. So, and it's expensive. Buying 100 shares is going to be $8,000 or whatever. That's not really.
Yeah.
That's not a small investment for me personally. So that's something to be wary of. But that was something interesting we got to talk about though, Connor. So, is there anything else you want to touch on, or that's about it?
Look, Yeah, do you want to just touch on how's your Forex testing going?
Yeah, let's bring that up. Okay, guys. So what I'll do, Connor and I, we've got a promotion going with the makers of Forex Tester 3, Forex Tester. And I'll bring up I've got it here. So what I do is in the description section, there's a link that takes you to this page. And if you are interested in learning to develop your skill set to become a better trader, people like Walter Peters, James Kensington, they do a lot of back testing. And what that is, I would say it's like a flight simulator to learn how to trade really. All right, so I've got the page up now. All right, so go to that page here, guys, all right, that I've highlighted, forextester.com/special $partner equals Scotty's Trading, or you can just click the link that I'll provide to you in the description section, and you save $70. So,
Yeah.
and you don't have to pay anything for the data as well. So, something worth checking out, guys.
And you can always ask us questions. It is quite difficult to learn how to use it at first, but you can always just pop a question in below this video, and one of us will help you out. But we're not selling you shit. It is actually a good.
Yeah, like
program.
It might seem like, yes, that is a little bit of money, but it's probably worth your time to invest into it, because you can see what works, what doesn't very quickly. You can do 10 years of trading, extremely fast. And Connor, what I've got up now is the Twitter page as well. So guys, if you're looking to see other episodes of, what we've done and everything, you can go, to our homepage, Trade Talk, Pippin, and check it out. We've got nearly 3,000 followers. So for the guys that do follow us, I put a lot of back testing stuff up. What I'll do is as well, I've done this in the past. I'll put up a how-to on how to use Forex Tester as well. Okay, but I put a lot of videos up. Connor reshares episodes as well. So if you miss something, it's going to be up there, guys. So that's where it's at.
All right, that's a lot then, Scotty.
Beautiful, Connor. Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned. Episode 25 next week, guys. Have a good night. Bye, everyone. See you, Connor.
Bye.